So, I'm Amelia Moreland. Let's start with that. I'm a hypnotherapist and I do music. But I was just talking to a friend and I got this this phrase that came to me. And I was talking to her about these things that I'm working through and overcoming and dealing with. And there's some things, they come into your life and it's like, I've never dealt with that before. It's kind of scary. And a lot of times, like, I come from like a bit of a religious background. I'm more spiritual and open now than I was like when I was growing up. But a lot of times I would hear growing up, oh, you're under attack. The enemy is attacking you. You need to pray, you need to do this, you need to do that and everything. And the idea of being attacked, like constantly being told, you're under spiritual attack. That's like, what am I gonna do about that? I'm praying. But now you're praying out of a fear-based response. You're praying for survival. You're praying like, oh my God, please take these problems away and give me a miracle. I don't know what to do. I'm helpless without, you're cramming yourself into a corner. So you are looking at your life like, oh, this is a problem that I can maybe figure out. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. I don't have any solutions, but I feel like, I feel like I'm gonna die. But the thing is sometimes when we're under attack, the threats that we're perceiving in the field in front of us are perceived threats. They're not real yet. They haven't happened yet. The worst outcome hasn't happened in front of you right now. You're literally sitting there thinking of all the worst things that could happen and imagining them. They're actually not happening to you. But when you're sitting there and you're thinking about that, your nervous system goes into fight or flight. It goes into, oh my God, a tiger's trying to eat me for dinner. Oh my God, the crocodile is chasing me. I better play dead. I better fight my way out. I better fly away if I can, or maybe negotiate my way out of this. But when you feel like you're under spiritual attack, when you feel like you're under attack of things that you can't see, like, how do you even navigate that? And I think the best way that I've come to navigate this, honestly, and this is again more of like the spiritual side of where I come from, I think that God, He gives us tools, and those tools feel like suffering. But I don't think God really wants us to suffer. I think God wants us to win. And on the other side of that, I honestly think this is gonna piss off some people. Sorry, everybody, but I'm gonna go here because recently I've realized I'm not under attack, I'm in training. I honestly don't even think the enemy wants me to lose. I don't think the enemy wants me to lose. I think every time I level up, it's like a video game, and every time we rematch. But I've gotten stronger, but so has the enemy. This is your training playground. Doesn't feel like it because you're training for war in some aspects of survival and life and belief and faith. Sometimes it feels like you're just fighting and fighting and fighting. But when you realize that you're not under attack and this is training sent to you from your divine source that you believe in, you get the ability to be like, oh, so I'm not under attack. So a lion's not chasing me. So these threats that I'm perceiving that haven't even happened yet, okay, so I could sit down for a second, not necessarily sit down, but I can zoom out of this enough to realize what's actually happening in front of me. A lot of times we're spinning out in our minds, and what's really happening in front of you is you're sitting in your house with a roof over your head and food to eat, but you're sitting and thinking of all this wild stuff that could happen. Worst case scenario. Why don't we focus on what we have right now? You have food in front of you, you have roof over your head, you're safe, you're sheltered. You're not fighting. You don't have to feel like you're surviving this moment. You don't have to complain about it. It's hard to not, but it's worth learning to stop. It's worth it. So now you're not under attack. You realize you're in a sparring program. It's tactical, it's strategical. What are you gonna do now? Now you can zoom out. Now it's not personal. Attack is kind of personal. You're like, oh, why are you attacking me? It feels personal. It's not personal. This is training. This is now turned into something that's chiseling away at you in a way that you are gonna be your most refined. You're not under attack. It's not an emergency. Unless you have like a problem, like you are really losing the roof over your head, you really have no food to eat, you're sick, like really sick, and you're actually dying and you have to go to the emergency room. A lot of the problems that we look at every day are not big problems. We're blowing them up into something much bigger that hasn't even happened. And we psych ourselves out. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. So, I don't think God wants us to really suffer. I think He wants us to learn how to manage ourselves in our training program so that we can get and optimize the most out of these situations we find ourselves in that feel really rough. Feel like the rug's being pulled out from under you. What are you gonna do? You have to orient yourself into your body. You can literally go through your five senses. You can go through your five senses. You can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. You can like you have a pen. It's a black pen and it's slippery, smooth, and shiny. And I see the light in front of me. And it's really bright and it's these different colors to keep the light in balance. Like I can look around the room. There's the exit over there. All of this stuff puts you back in your body. And when you're back in your body and you're supported and you realize you're not under attack, you get your flexible thinking back. You get your solution consciousness back. If you are in a situation that you feel like you're just so stressed out, and maybe you don't even know how to orient yourself necessarily, maybe that's not grounding you completely, think about 3 things that you're grateful for. It could be dumb things, like literally, like I'm grateful I have this glass of clean water to drink. I'm grateful I have a phone that I can like scroll mindlessly to distract myself or inspire myself. I'm grateful for electricity, because here we are using it. Simple things like that will change your life, just shifting your perspective a little bit. You don't have to deep dive down into the depths of like a hypnosis session to start retraining your responses to stress. And I wish more people understood that. I wish more people felt like they had the ability to do that, because everyone has the ability to do that. You're born with like free will. You're born with choices every day. You can like wake up and you have whatever your first thought is, and then from that point on, you get to choose every single thought from that point on. You can choose whether you're going to complain about something or not. Think about a role model that you have in your life. Maybe they're like a celebrity. They have like the life. They have the partner, the money, the career, everything is just set, the kids, all the things that you could possibly want. and think about what they probably wake up like every day. You think they wake up complaining about it every day? Do you wake up complaining about your life every day? Oh God, it's early. I don't want to go to work. I hate my job. This sucks. You know, you could get a new job. You just have to like go online and look. You just have to apply for one. Or if you really, really hate what you're doing with your life and your job, think about the things that you love to do and just start doing them as much as you can, and let that become what, and like, I'm serious, do what you love and watch it explode. At least you're happy. Like, at least you're doing something that makes you feel full. But how many times do we just wake up and start complaining? Griping and complaining. You complain about how you feel in your body. You complain about the food that you have to eat. Maybe it's just like not the food that you wish you could eat. You know, I'm sorry, it's not whatever. But what would it take to get the life that you wouldn't complain about? And if you had the life that you think you wouldn't complain about, but you're complaining about the life you have now, what makes you think that you wouldn't find things to be unhappy? What would make you think you could really sustain happiness in the change of environment? I know they say take a flower out of the wrong environment and watch it flourish, and that's true. That is true. But what if you take the flower with weeds and you put it in a new environment? The weeds are still gonna choke out the flower. The weeds are still gonna grow with the flower. The flower is gonna flourish, and then the weeds are too, but you have to pull the crap out from the root. Everybody has destructive habits that they use daily, but you have free will. You can get rid of them. That's what I help people do, and I love it. I love setting people free with this. It's so much fun. It's so much fun watching people just completely transform into a new person that they didn't even know they had access to, that they always felt like that person inside, and they always wondered why their life didn't reflect it. Let's unbury her or him. Let's unbury you. Let's weed you out. Let's take out all the trash, all the crap. Everything that's cluttering in your mind, keeping you in your headspace. You know when you feel like out here in your head and you don't feel connected to your body, you're in survival mode. You can't think clearly in that space. Your DNA literally won't let you. It's like eliminating options, simplicity, stay alive. Focus is stay alive. So, but yes, this all came from me saying to my friend, I am not under attack. I am in training. And I'm training to win. I'm training to succeed. I'm training to love. I'm training to soften. I'm training to be sharp in my discernment. I'm training. And it's expansive, and expansion is not comfortable. It feels like you're breaking. But what you decide to do with that feeling and how you respond to it rather than react to it, it's all up to you. You hold the magic key to literally all your problems. You are the magic key to all your problems. People look outside themselves for so many solutions. And they always wonder why they're never happy. You know, because they're not willing to turn inward and reflect. And if you were willing to hold your own truth, you'd be amazed at what you can do with yourself. Really, really, really amazed. But yeah, that was just this thing. I had to get it out. I had to talk to you about it. I can't keep this in anymore. It's just gonna explode out of me. But that is it. If you do want to, if you want to weed yourself, if you need help with that, let me know because I can help you. And it's a really fun experience. It's definitely it. The only thing that's scary about things that you've never done before is that you've never done them, and then you do them, and then you're like, ah, why didn't I do that sooner? It's fun. But yeah, if you do have questions, if you do want to apply to work with me, I am opening up a few slots this month for availability, and you can apply either through the website, you can apply directly to my email, morelandhypnotherapy@gmail.com. On my Instagram, Hypnotic Healing by Amelia. There's also a little thing in the sessions, I guess the sessions highlight, that you can also throw your email in there and I'll send you an application. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I love you all. And yeah, stop complaining. Start working on yourself. Get up every day and be grateful because you are you and there's nobody quite like you. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.